Alright. So we're back here with Josh, hey?
Is he turning? Like he's shut in the totem pole?
So the psychiatrist is just in his head.
I wonder how much these
That's
sessions
right!
are of any help to you now. Just won't listen to me and things seems pretty fucked up. So I'm gonna leave you now, Josh. It's time you learn. There's more to be afraid of that can be dreamt up by the unhinged imagination of a self-indulgent, spoiled little brat. You had so many people who cared about you, who were willing to help, but at every turn you choose to push them away. Now you're all alone. Some of the sounds and things won't be alone for long. No, you won't be alone for
This
long.
is the level that's really,
Deep breath.
really
Josh.
fucked.
Huh.
Deep breath.
Look at the names.
Not again. Not again.
Not again.
Get away! Get away from me! No, you're dead! You're dead! Shut up!
Pop scare.
No! You're
3,
dead!
2, 1. From behind.
Little off on your timing. I actually don't know if it's actually gonna do this scary,
It will.
but it's weird.
You can't tell me what to do! You can't tell me what to do anymore! Okay.
So he's actually bringing his acting out.
I
Yeah.
trust you. I trust you.
Wow.
You're not real.
You're all alone down there.
Not again.
Not again.
All alone. But you're with us now. Family.
Get away from me! Get away!
Why didn't you save us, Josh? Why did you want us to die?
I didn't want you to die. I swear.
What the fuck is that? Oh shit!
What in the fuck?
I told you it was fucked.
I don't take orders from you.
Is this what you want?
No! No!
Holy fuck.
Why
What
are you
in
doing
the
this?
fuck?
Leave me
I knew it
alone!
was fucked up, but I didn't know it was this fucked
Why
up.
didn't you save us, Josh? Why did you want us to die?
What in the fuck did I just watch?
Actually, the thing used to be a person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe a minor.
I got no answers for you.
There's so much weird shit happening up there that wouldn't even begin to surprise me.
What kind of weird shit?
Someone was capturing the Wendigos. Had them all tied up in these restraints. I saw some pretty fucked up shit.
Wow.
I must have just let them all out when I blew the place up.
Smooth move.
Yeah, smooth move is right.
It's okay.
You sure?
I'm not dead yet.
Famous last words.
That's true.
It is very true.
100%. Like, what, like, okay, coming from a survival perspective, right? Let's say you did survive this. Would you be able to live normally ever again?
No, not at all.
Like,
You
look.
hear a sound in your house at night.
Yeah.
Like, because it's popular, you hear sounds in your house at night.
Yeah.
Your brain would flicker to this event and be like, what the fuck's in here?
Honest to God, like
I can't really compare it or say what would be worse or not, but imagine going to war, like going to like World War II,
yeah.
coming back.
And hearing little things that would trigger memories.
Yeah. You'd hear like someone scream, and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
Probably both in the war and this. You would hear just a scream.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you know what the weird thing is I imagine this being just as the equivalent to being in war.
I wanted to say that, but I don't know if I...
Well, I would, because, I mean, you think about it, right? What's happening in this? They're fighting for their life, right?
Yeah.
Every
Friends are dying.
Friends are dying. Every turn, every moment is life or death.
Yeah.
Even this, even wading through freezing water in a cave filled with wendigos,
Yeah, pretty much.
life or death. The same thing could be said for war in the middle of a trench.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't know when you're gonna die, but you know it's just around the corner.
Yeah, and if you make it out, you're
absolutely astronomically lucky.
yeah, and you're fucked for the rest of your life.
Then you're fucked. Yeah, every little noise, like you said, every sound, every fucking feeling that you associate with anything.
There could be even like a laugh, let's say.
Yeah.
Like you could
anything.
hear a laugh that sounded like your best friend and just be like, ding.
Instantly, yeah. Like, that's fucked. Like, just thinking about it. What is that?
Shit.
Yeah, you
Looks
both.
like Hannah's right.
Day 30.
Sorry, Beth. I have no choice. It's the only way I can survive anymore. If someone finds this, I'm sorry. I had to. I had no choice.
They're wendigos.
Hannah is.
Really?
She ate Beth. That's what this is saying.
I'm getting stronger. Oh, yeah.
Saying like hunger, stronger.
So what? What does that mean? Did she kill her too? Her own sister?
I don't know.
How the hell could they even stay alive down here?
I don't know, Michael.
There has to be an answer
You
down here.
make 30 days without eating? That was like 5 days and you're dead.
No, I think it's like a solid, like, 8 days.
Okay.
Something like that. Like, you can survive off of very little, because your stomach starts to eat itself.
Okay, yeah.
So Hannah ate her sister, huh? What's this? Oh.
Same thing. Did you go to the gate yet?
I thought I did. Yeah.
Okay, go to the path to the left. Behind the book. Check out below the stool. Back in the water?
Back in the water?
You gotta do something with that watermelon. Whatever the fuck that's called.
Oh yeah, I gotta climb up it, don't I?
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Because there was like a thing going up.
Yeah. You can go up right there, I think. Oh, guess not. Have you been here before?
Uh,
Definitely take that as a no.
like I said, that's a weird thing. Wendigos don't collect heads.
Even the guy describing it said, yeah, it doesn't collect heads. There's one. It's not weird at all. Think about it. I guarantee you it's the same Wendigo that killed every single one of them.
I'm gonna be sick. Wait, hold
Are you thinking about it yet?
on. I think I saw something.
What?
Are you thinking about it yet?
Think about what?
Oh, that it makes complete sense that they're collecting heads. 100%.
Beth.
Hannah.
Hannah.
She probably still recognizes them and they're collecting the friend's head.
Wow.
That's a pure assumption, but
I mean, that's why they've kept him alive.
I trust.
yeah.
I trust you.
Well, he's
I
seeing
trust.
shit right now.
What's the matter with him?
He's tripping or something. Josh! Mike. Josh! Hey, man. Don't hit me, please.
But don't hit me,
Jack?
please.
I could get you back. Josh, Hannah was down here for weeks, a month. She done nothing. Mike,
Hey, let's just get the fuck out of here.
okay. Josh, do you have the key for the cable car?
Yeah.
I want to make sure she dies first.
That
Why?
means there's a direct
Because she has the
route.
key to the cable car.
Oh. Okay.
There's no way Josh is gonna make it up there.
Okay. If you help me up, I can go back and tell the others we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What others?
Bring Josh back the way we came and we'll all get the lunch.
Be careful.
Yeah, you too.
She's definitely a rock climber.
Alright, let's go, you fucked up son of a bitch.
You fucked up, son of a bitch. I love it.
Oh, you're playing as Josh.
You didn't have to hit me so much, man.
Oh,
yeah,
fucker.
I'm sorry about before, man. I thought you killed Jess. I was wrong.
I was wrong. I would still be pissed off at him.
I would too. I'd be like, man, like, fuck you, dude. I'd just leave him there.
That's cool. This area would be different too if no one died.
Yeah, and they wouldn't be acting like this.
Yeah.
I want you to die.
He's doing a really good. Like, the voice actor just did a 180.
Oh, he's a great actor. Like, he's amazing.
And his whole not blinking, very monotone persona really kind of fits now.
Cause he's crazy.
Because he's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Here it comes. We're gonna get some pop scares
Just don't know when.
soon.
Oh shit. See that?
Yeah.
No, you're not real! No, you're not! Hello!
Ha!
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to say I'd do the exact same thing.
I probably would too.
Like, I'm sorry, but you're gonna die. Like, even if he wasn't going crazy, but like, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do? Fight it?
You can try, but you're gonna die.
Yeah. Can I kill her?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
No, you can't.
Like that is a
That
bar
booty.
ball. Oh yeah, that booty though.
I swear, they put so much effort. Like, let's just put the curves there and there in the line.
Instantly, yeah.
Boom. Oh, that was close.
That was close. You know what's really helping though?
Huh.
Rocket League.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Because I'm just imagining like fucking like breaking into a fucking circle dive and just like fucking. Oh yeah.
We should have some Rocket League videos too.
We should. Speaking of which, dude, I got some crazy rocket videos to show you.
You can record on your thing up to an hour, right?
10 minutes, unfortunately. No, 5 minutes only.
Oh shit.
And
Only 5?
only 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
The Xbox wasn't really intending to do that kind of shit, though.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they were. I just not aware of it.
I just don't hope I play horrible when I go to keyboard and mouse.
I don't think you will.
I think I'll
Probably better.
probably play worse off the start,
Yeah.
but I'll get better. Is that cold?
Yeah, but I'd probably still be pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I don't care how cold that water was, I'd still probably try to be as quiet as fucking possible.
For that reason.
That reason.
Oh yeah, you won't be seeing any fire anymore.
When do I kill her?
I'll let you know. It's really easy to kill her. I just don't know how to kill Mike.
Well, it's probably pretty easy. Like I imagine, just by the music and that crow departing.
Oh yeah.
Crows have been pretty instrumental in this game. Oh, you are done, son. Boom! Why is that always a movie trope that they have to look left and right?
Oh, I don't know.
Boom!
Hey!
Well, who the fuck would be alive in
Come on,
there?
open up! Guys, come on, are you in there? Let me in!
You literally looked at your friends dead.
Sam,
Mike. Oh, gosh.
Oh,
You look
that's
terrible.
easy.
it'll look worse if we stay out here. Come on.
Well, that's Matt. I mean, Mike.
How did he get out of the cave so fast? Is he real or a figment of her imagination?
Mike, what happened
Him?
to Josh?
Mm.
Real.
Hey, got him.
God, what an awful way to go.
The only imagination is Josh.
Oh!
Good.
Guess the lights work, huh?
What do you think we should do?
We should check the basement. Might be someone left down there.
Nobody's left down there.
Who the fuck would be left down there? You were just in the room with all your friends dead. You couldn't tell by their clothing? Fuck off. Just let me through.
Oh, okay.
Where are you going? Oh, okay. I guess this makes sense. To the basement we go.
How do you rate our chances of survival?
I'm trying not to think about it.
Yeah.
They're both dead.
Shit. Sam.
Just fail everything.
Run. Run!
There's two of them?
Let's go! Time to get out of here!
Dumb bitch.
There's three of them.
Yeah. But yeah, fail everything.
That should be pretty easy. I've been doing that all fucking game. Finally, it's gonna come to fruition.
Yep. Don't fucking move a muscle.
Move.
Oh,
Because they sense movement. So Mike's dead.
are they fighting over the kill?
I guess so.
Holy shit!
Yeah. You just gotta fail everything.
Oh! God! Oh shit!
Move.
God damn, dude! Right through her fucking stomach?
That's the only time she can die.
Oh my god!
Yes, we killed them all.
Did we do it?
We killed them all.
Huh? Huh? How's that for you? Fuck!
I think we've accomplished something here.
We killed them all.
They're all dead?
Yes, everyone's dead. We beat the game.
No fucking way.
Yeah. And there's Chopper.
Ah, yes.
I'm seeing something. There is still no sign of any survivors.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Trophy.
Yeah, there should be one pop.
Picking.
I'm curious what these credits look like now.
It's all my victories. Look, my first two fucking first.
One like cracked her back. But yeah, normally right here, the people actually talk. And like talk about their experience.
That wasn't my first blood.
No. And the music is actually a lot different when you have survivors. So, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I struggle with this game.
It's a hard one to like comment on.
It's a hard one to like. I mean, at the end, it's great, but oh my god, like, okay, let's put it this way: if we were
The guy's name, 1 second. Flamethrower guy.
flamethrower guy, Larry Friesner or something,
Yeah.
that's great. Flamethrower guy. They couldn't give him a cooler name.
Okay, continue.
Anyway.
I just had to stop you there.
It's a hard game to like. That's all I'm saying. Like it's hard to put into words, but if you and I weren't playing this game together and having fun along the way, I would have given up before any of this shit happened. Before she died.
You probably would have given up before you even entered the lodge.
Yeah. Like, I felt no connection with this game whatsoever. Mind you, it was great to finish. Like, that's fantastic. Like, what an ending. Very Jaws ending.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, smile, you son of a bitch, and then boom. But I got it, and your Joker clock up there looks just like one of those fucking Wendigos. Gotta say, sorry to ruin your fucking life, but sorry to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have no connection to it. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Like, the ending
You can't
was-
relate to anything. You can't relate to the characters.
I can't. And
Like-
even the ones that are supposed to be relatable.
Yeah.
I would give an example like, what's her name? Sam.
Well, even every character there is supposed to be relatable. There's the nerd, the jock, the slut, like everyone, the smart girl, I'm assuming like the sports player. Then there's whatever Sam and Ash are supposed to be.
Yeah. Like the average kind of you and me type of character.
Yeah.
Is what they're supposed to be, quote unquote. Like the ones that are supposed to survive.
Yeah.
That's the movie trope.
Those are actually the last two characters. They could not die any other way.
Yeah, I imagine that's how it would have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it felt very unrelatable. It felt like I was watching, like, you know how you noticed how I was like pop scare, right? And yeah, sometimes I was right, sometimes I was wrong.
Yeah. But
just-
lots of the time you can feel it. Like something's happening now.
Yeah, it just felt very forced in some ways. In some ways, it felt very natural. Like, for example, like the, if I didn't know anything behind Wendigo lore and I heard that scream like you did,
Yeah.
and walked down to go investigate it, I would be like, oh my god, yeah, she's down this way, she's screaming. But because I know of some background of what they were capable of doing, it was easy. It was like, okay, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. But
Yeah, like I had no, like my first time playing, like I said, I had no clue.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, cool. Like Jessica was still alive at that point. So I was like, neat. She's probably down here. Also on the banging on there, I was like, okay, she needs help.
yeah,
You know what happens.
yeah, for sure. But like I said, like it just felt very. The whole video game felt very unrelatable for so many reasons. The one twist though that really caught me off guard was Josh at the end
Going nuts.
going absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah.
But they never showed what happened to him.
There's another one. There's some ways he gets his head ripped off at one point. I don't know how to get that down. I didn't kill Josh.
We didn't kill Josh.
That's why my trophy's not popping.
Yeah. He's not dead.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't kill him. Like, that's the only thing that really kind of fucked me up is he's not dead, but what is he? Is he a Wendigo?
Well, you did see him change in one of them.
Well, in the totem.
Yeah. Which means it's a possibility.
So that's what happened.
I'm assuming so.
Okay.
So my trophy didn't pop.
That's interesting, though. That's an interesting theory. Like, I mean, that's an interesting outcome, I should say. Not really theory, because, I mean, obviously we didn't get the trophy to pop, so that's what happened.
Yeah.
So now he joins his sister in being a Wendigo.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think that was his sister in that building at the end?
Yeah.
Well, then his sister died.
Yeah. But he didn't.
Yeah.
So he's now going to restart the process all over again.
I guess so.
Which is interesting to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, if they had an Until Dawn, I guess 2,
There is a DLC. It's a VR exclusive.
I would imagine
It's
so.
complete trash. It has nothing to do with this.
I imagine so.
It's basically you're on a roller coaster with the VR headset and just scares come out at you.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of lame. It has nothing to do with the game.
I mean, using that as the canon ending, what we just did. Because, I mean, come on. A bunch of fucking just out of high school kids, I imagine,
Yeah, apparently they were out of high school.
are going to survive that? Like, we're talking about superhuman fucking freaks of fucking nature that can go fast. Like,
They broke stairs.
you noticed, for example, how they would, like, jump from one wall to the floor really, really quick?
Yeah.
They have superhuman speed. That's the whole thing behind the Wendigo, is that they're
And
unkillable.
strength, and
Exactly.
you can only kill them with fire.
Exactly. Now,
What are they gonna use with fire besides their fucking Zippos?
yeah, the fucking lighter. Oh my god, that lighter. Oh my
I'll
god.
burn ya.
Yo, MVP throughout the whole fucking thing. Lighter. Straight up. Lighter as he broke through the window to fucking to burn the fucking ice on the door.
Yep.
Lighter to walk through the cave. Oh, here we go. Yeah,
Here
he's
it is.
turning. Yeah,
Yeah, that's Josh.
100%.
Yeah, that's Josh.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I think it shows more, actually. I thought it showed more.
Dun dun. But yeah, no, that's all in all. I think that's a reasonable, good conclusion. I mean, everybody kind of got the short end of the stick, and Josh ended up where I think he should have ended up.
Yeah, definitely. You can make them all live, but I think Josh always ends up in that situation.
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like no matter what, he ends up there. Because he always ends up tripping. He always... Yeah.
Yeah, and
Josh dies.
that would be the catalyst for the next video game, to use that as the way for, like, for example, the way that Halloween did it, or the way that
I haven't watched those movies, so I don't really know.
what movie was it? Jason, I think it was. Anyway, the kids come back to the camp, basically for whatever fucking reason, because they're gonna restore the camp or something, and then that bad shit happens. But that's how the next game would have to start, is through him.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right. So,
I don't think it would work very well doing this idea if you could, like, in the next game's like, Until Dawn 2, you are Josh.
I would love that.
It would be great, yes. But I don't know how it would work, especially in
mean,
this style.
Even doing the same scripted events, the same QuickTime events, just from the killer's perspective, would open up a whole new
Yeah.
avenue. Like, if you missed, oh fuck, that person survives because you missed and you got to go into hiding now.
Okay, yeah. That'd
Right?
be great.
Like, let's say for example, like the girl that the girl who got grabbed through the window.
Yeah.
Let's say you punched her with your fist through that window and she dodged because you weren't quick enough. So now you got to fucking bolt, and they know they're onto you now. And if you make too many mistakes, you're done. The game's fucking over because they band together and they just know to hide in the basement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just things like that. It's,
So you're saying these people are actually smart this time?
yeah.
They're like, I'm going to stay in the basement this time.
use AI to the advantage other than to the fucking detriment of the game. My god, the
Yeah.
fucking, oh my god, everything about it was just...
I'm so glad, too, that when you were in the sanatorium with the dog, that dog could have died.
Oh, really?
That part where you didn't do anything, if you would have went in the left door and not blocked the door, the dog would have stayed at the top because there's a hole at the bottom. The dog would have stayed at the top of the hill, and all he would have seen was a Wendigo would go right by and grab the dog.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I said I'm going to be very disappointed at this section, because I thought that was going to happen.
Interesting.
So I'm glad it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it also ended up dying, but still, like...
Yeah.
Wait, the dog didn't die.
Yeah, the dog didn't die.
Hey, the dog didn't die. All right, well, fuck.
One of them did, but
Sole survivor, dog.
in a way,
In a way.
Josh,
Well, yeah, I guess so.
in a special way.
My question is why with the psychiatrist? I know that's kind of Josh's illusion and delusion at the same time, but still, like, why is he a front page character? Is my question. Like, look, like this kind of represents him as being important. He's not. In the grand scheme of things, he's not.
No, he's really not.
If anything,
Well,
he's just a distraction from the main game.
I think I think that's the one he is, where he's like, he distracts you from everything going around, kind of like saying to think too hard about Josh, something like that, or like kind of like a big surprise at the end, be like, you are Josh.
Yeah.
Like throughout the whole game, you basically are playing Josh.
I get that, but I mean, at the same time, like, if you were to just throw him into certain sections, like, for example, in the beginning of the game, once in the middle of the game, and once at the end. Not previously on, and then throwing him in there and being like, are you scared of snakes, or are you scared of fucking spider? Like, that took me out of the game so fucking badly, and it felt like it...
Yeah, I think he could be, like, he can be used. He fits in the game.
For sure.
Just not how they used him.
No, exactly. You're absolutely right.
They could have done better.
I think, especially, like I said, I know where this actor is from, and the funny thing is I can recognize him now. I've seen something recently with him in it, and that's, I believe, I don't want to make for certain that it's him, but I believe he is a character from American Gods. The one that is, like, wielding the hammer. I want to say Thor, but it's probably not Thor.
Okay.
But anyway, he wants to kill the main character, or one of the main characters, let's put it that way. But just, even if you were to give him 3 sections in the game, once in the, like I said, once in the beginning, once in the middle, as kind of like you've reached the midpoint, let's give you a psychiatry evaluation to lead into the events into the next game. Right?
Okay,
to pick and choose what's going to happen in the next game, in the next half of the game. And then at the end, what happened to Josh. That was beautifully done. I think that part alone added...
That was great.
So much clarity to the game. Because you're like, oh, fuck, yeah, okay, he's crazy. And this is him going crazy.
Because even at the beginning of the game, he was passed out drunk. You don't know his personality.
You don't, like, at all. You just know him by the initial recording in the video.
Yeah, which even then, he seems decent. He says some pretty stupid things.
I almost want to say, I don't want to say this for sure, but I do want to say that I think I made a comment in that video about him being the killer. I don't.
You did. You mentioned him. He's...
Did I?
I think you said like something like, he's crazy. He's behind it all. He's the guy.
Okay.
I think
I don't, like I said, I don't want to
sure
guarantee that, but like I said, it felt right off the bat that he was the killer. But this guy right here, like you said, he kind of flipped the script in a sense. Mm-hmm. When they revealed finally, oh, Josh is the killer. I was like, yeah, okay, finally, yeah, okay. But at the same time, they did it in such a way that it was like, and he's fucking psycho.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was beautifully done. I do appreciate what the developers were trying to go with this, but my God, they could have sped up the first half of the game and not included him to be the hated point of the game.
Yeah.
There was 3 things I hated about the game. First of all, one was him. Fucking, I hated his face and the facial animations and the things that he was saying and everything about it. 2 was the lack of running in a horror game. That just didn't make sense to me.
The lack of running that you control.
Yeah. And 3, my God,
interactiveness.
The quick time events that had no consequences other than...
To be honest, there could have been more interactiveness. We just wanted to kill everybody. And then we kind of found the shitty side. And we saw that's like, yeah, you don't need to click half the buttons in the game. 75% of the buttons in the game.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I would go as far as to say like 90% of the buttons. Because, I mean, there was only 1 or maybe 2 true sections that really felt...
Like, say, the quick time events, for example... Jessica's death. That's the one.
And what's her name's?
Sam for the don't move.
Yeah. That's it.
I think there's one more. Oh, and Emily.
What was Emily's?
With the quick time events, she got her eyes poked out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, because you didn't do something.
Oh, okay.
So then she died by that.
So 3 out of how many kids?
7, I think.
3 out of 7.
But still, that's 3 out of how many options? Or how many quick time events in total?
Okay.
Say like 3 can die that way, but
if I had interacted with the quick time events, they could have died a different way.
How many?
Okay. Yeah, okay, I could see that. I just, coming from a development standpoint, I mean, I'm not a game developer. I don't do this shit for a living, and truthfully, I don't want to because of people like me. Yeah, people like you and me who are just sitting here and shit on people who work their asses off.
Yeah.
To produce a game. Like, my God, the fucking... Okay, first of all...
Like, say, like, basically, name a AAA title and it's been shit on.
Exactly.
Like, hard.
And I hate to be that guy, but my God, like, okay, I will add this before I rag on the game. My God, the fucking graphics and the shadowing and the... Okay, I won't say all facial animations, but my God, majority of them were fantastic.
Even this guy's, to be completely
yeah,
honest.
oh yeah,
like,
this guy...
Look at the wrinkles under his eye.
Absolutely, everything about it was phenomenal. I mean, even like I said, the shadowing behind the Wendigos, the fire, the fucking everything was fantastic. The art, the detail to the little things, the detail to the little things that I picked up on,
Yeah.
were phenomenal. The only reason I was able to pick up on so many of the pop scares were because of pop culture references. If I had not watched a scary movie at all, this would have been the scariest experience of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm an avid goer of scary movies.
Yeah, even I haven't watched very scary movies, or very much scary movies. I think I said like 7.
Yeah.
But even I can say, like, walking down a bridge, I see a window coming up. I was like, something could happen.
For sure.
Or like, say Jessica, she turns her back to a window.
That's it.
After there's clear sign something's watching her.
Yeah.
Something can happen.
Exactly. I think that... Now, again, I praise the game for its graphical design, and it's everything about it is just phenomenal as far as a graphic stance and a visual art set has been phenomenal. But storytelling-wise, lackluster in the first half, phenomenal in the second half.
Yeah.
And that's what really bothered me, was that there was so much potential to just... Instead of holding your hand through the first half, there could have been accidental deaths. There could have been anything. Like, okay, the fucking...
Like, one thing that could have been really, really funny. Say when Sam's in the towel running down the stairs and she trips.
Yeah.
And she's running away from Josh.
Smashes her face and fucking dies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, just trips over there, head first, breaks her neck.
Yeah, anything.
Something like that, just like done.
Any little deviance from the main storyline would have added so much to it. Like, like you said, like the breaking the neck off of slipping. For my example,
and it can just be like right there, be like, fuck, like, no one did that. She did tripped.
that. Yeah, exactly. That was a natural human occurrence, a natural human mistake.
Yeah.
You know, like, people, that shit happens all the time. Like,
oh yeah,
people just trip and they fucking smash their head into something and die. But one for me, for example, like this is what would have really added to the game for me. If one of the first QuickTime events was, for me anyway, that I can remember, was dodging the icicle.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't kill them, even if it just stabbed them.
Yeah.
And hurt them
like,
to the point
like
where,
like a kitchen knife, like, you know, not even big, like, not even a kitchen knife, like a steak knife just going in your back, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, like it like hurting him to the point where it hindered him into the next option, or fucking 10 options from then.
Yeah.
Because you got that stabbed in the back of you, and whoever pulled it out or whatever the fuck happened, you couldn't do that QuickTime event, and you had to go an alternate route, or alternatively, because you died or because you got hit there, you were just destined to die later.
Like Chris shooting Ashley.
Exactly.
Because you did that, you did it. There's like no effect. You're like, okay, cool. Like,
now imagine him trying to climb up that broken ass elevator, like, you know, where he was like doing the fucking like jumping it, but with like a fucking.
This is Mike, right?
Yeah, with an icicle that had stabbed him in the back of the shoulder blade, which wouldn't be possible.
And so instead of having to just click the buttons, you got to click it and then start mashing the hell out of it.
Anything to add some sort of a realism
because then
effect to
when
it.
you do that, say you got to do that for every button. Now you feel his pain because your thumb is going to get sore.
Oh yeah, anything.
So now it shows him hurting. Now your thumb's starting to feel it, so you're starting to feel him. You're more immersed.
Exactly.
You're there now. I'd be like, fuck, like, just get to the top.
Exactly. Like, you feel for me. Like, come on, buddy, come on. Yeah, but with that, it just felt like, okay, push circle, push triangle, push square. Like, it took you out of it.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion, it took you out of it. But like I said, I don't want to rag on the game too much, as far as I'm sure a lot of people have. You know, I'm sure
I've seen a lot of writing. It's all like saying like really slow first half, excellent second half, not worth a second playthrough.
Not worth a second playthrough. I would not play this game again.
No,
I wouldn't, because I know how it ends now. Like, I'm sure there's no deviance away other than keeping the people alive and hearing them talk at the end.
That's yeah. The only reason I'd play it again is to hear everyone talk. But then again, I can spend what,
Fucking
15 minutes on my phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say 30 minutes on Google watching every other fucking replay. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it feels like, okay. So for example, a game like I'll give you a perfect example. Okay, one that I'm kind of struggling with right now. A game like Stellaris. There's not quick time. There's events that happen that will always happen. Okay, that you will find no matter what, just because of how high of a chance you have of finding these events. You will find them.
Yeah.
Those events eventually lead into something else. Now, me playing the story the way that I want to play it, turn those events into different things for my playthrough,
Yeah.
right? Whereas this one, it feels very much the same.
It is. It's exactly the same. Like throughout my times playing, I've experienced some differences. Which is like at the part where it happens, like, oh, cool, haven't seen that before.
Yeah,
And
and
then
it's like
next-
half a second, and then it's back to normal.
Yeah, the next like hour, 2 hours is just, I've seen everything.
Yeah. So,
Like going for the collectibles in this game, I've fallen asleep.
I imagine so.
Like I've been looking at a video, going to collect it, and midway through collectible, I just, boom, pass out.
I imagine so.
Wake up. I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to pick this up.
Like, now, coming from your perspective, sorry, excuse the yawn.
That's right.
Coming from your perspective, what would you suggest to the developers if they were to say come out with a second entry or even just a second similar title to this game? Like, what would you suggest to them?
They actually do have a second similar title,
Do
and
they?
it's actually really good.
Which one is it?
Beyond Two Souls.
Never heard of it.
If I'm not mistaken, they made that game as well. You can play the single player co-op. It's basically a random events throughout this girl's life from young, like I think 6 to like 28.
Okay.
It's all random on the timeline, so you're not actually starting from that young, going from all the way.
Okay.
You can like be at the end of the game and all of a sudden go back to like when she was 4. But you have this like ghost presence always with you. You get to be the ghost at some points. The analog sticks, you get to choose to choke a kid at one point as the ghost to defend the girl.
Really?
Yeah, you get to choose to be it's another one of these like choose your options type things.
Okay.
You get to choose the girl. She went to a party at one time, and the kids were liking her and everything like that. She ended up dancing with a guy, kissing, and he moves his hand down to grab her ass. You can say no, or you can be like, go for it. After that, unfortunately, it's all gonna be the same thing. They're all gonna treat her like shit and put her in a closet, like a Harry Potter underneath the stair set.
Okay.
The ghost gets pissed off. Same level, you are now that ghost presence. You can start throwing shit across the room at the kids. And at the end, you can make that house catch on fire. And it
Wow.
shows
Okay.
her whole life from start to finish. Well, from like 4 to like 28 or something like that. But it's
Okay.
done beautifully.
Okay.
I think if they would do another thing, go back to like a Beyond Two Souls type, where it's like you have these two options.
Okay.
But also, the co-op for the single player, one person's the ghost and one person's the girl.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
My biggest suggestion to them would be to not elaborate so much on, again, facial animations, beautiful graphics and such, because yeah, it's great. Like I said, like the dude's face right there, like you said, that looks real.
Yeah.
That looks like a real face, 100%. And even the way that he's kind of reacting is somewhat human. But I would work more so on story delivery.
Another thing is a variety.
A variety would be
Like
another
how we
key.
said before, like trip over the stairs and break her neck.
For
She's
sure.
dead.
For sure.
Like make the game, if you want it, make it a 5-minute game. If the player wants it to be a 5-minute game, it can be a 5-minute game just by tripping over a branch and
Climbing over the fence and getting her fucking leg stuck in the fence and injuring herself, so that the next quick time option was just, sorry, it's just not possible.
yeah, like just if the character wants to do that, they can do that.
Yeah. And
Then again, I would also, if you're going to do that, put difficulties in the game, which make it, the only change is the quick time event
or
circle
faster.
goes quick.
Yeah, like
Like when
my
you
God.
see that button pop up, you got to be on it.
Like when coming from a gamer perspective, like there was, I'm sure you could go back in this video and watch me barely miss a button, but
Yeah.
at the same time, to me, it wasn't like that. It was just, oh fuck it, just click it. You know, like
Yeah.
there
'Cause
was no
we've-
urgency.
I'm sure you've played a lot of quick time event games.
For sure,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Because so have I. Like, I'm just serious. Like, click. Like, I don't stress at all.
At all. Like, there's no. But if it was quick, like if it was just like, and I'm like, holy fuck, I didn't have time. Then
Yeah.
there's urgency.
Then you get up, you're looking, you're like, okay, like what's this
What's
next,
next?
button?
Yeah.
And even then, to add difficulty, put in the D-pad, put in the analogs,
fuck,
put in
anything.
L1, R1,
Anything.
L1, L or like the other things.
Like not just the
Swipe
regular
the,
button.
Swipe the touchpad.
Anything. Yeah. It felt like, yeah, like you said, like any type of diversity within the controller itself would have been such a bonus because it just felt like push X, push square, with time to talk. Like there was one point where you had said the fucking we'd fallen down like 3 times, I think, with Mike, and you were like circle X, triangle, square, or something like that.
I think it was.
And I was
triangle, square, circle. Yeah, and then X, I think, something like that.
whatever it was.
Like,
I
yeah.
remember looking at you, talking and pushing the button.
Wait, really? You didn't even look?
I wasn't even looking because you had said it. I heard the fucking. It was like boom. I'm like, all right, click, fucking square. And then I didn't know what the second one was, so I quickly looked over, and then I knew what the third one was, so I went back to talking to you.
Oh.
But that's what I mean. Like it just felt like there was very little.
Yeah.
I don't know. There
Like,
was
no
very little,
risk.
Yeah, no risk, no urgency, no nothing like that. But all in all, like I said, it's not a game that I would play again. And don't you fucking dare ask me to play this game again, because I will not.
Also, even more for like, this is very small, but it's also variety. Say when there's a knife on the table. Say
Pick it
there
up.
would be no. I was gonna say there's like a butcher knife, and another like the same knife and a hatchet or something like that.
Okay.
You have one slot in your inventory for weapons. So now just you choose which one you want for that playthrough.
Yeah, and
It does nothing. It's cosmetic, but it's cool.
Well, no, even if you didn't make it cosmetic, even if you made it so that you picked that one weapon, and depending on your choices along the line, if you pick the wrong weapon, let's say you pick the hatchet.
Yeah, then you can't. It's harder to cut off your fingers, as Mike.
Yeah, like you
You
fucking
gotta cut off your wrists now.
Or no, not even that. But like let's say like because you hear the fucking dogs coming,
Yeah.
right? And that's at that point in the game, it's a sense of urgency, right? Like you're
Yeah,
like, oh
you're like,
fuck, like get the
I
fucking.
gotta get going.
I gotta get going. Let's say you grab the hatchet, right? And it's not as sharp as, let's say, the machete.
Yeah.
You fucking hit your finger and you start screaming because it doesn't cut all the way through. This little detail would add so much to the game because it's like, oh well, fuck, maybe I should have picked up the machete when I had the chance, you know? That
Yeah.
might have done something different, and it does. Whereas, for example, let's say if you were running and you seen an obstacle ahead of you, and you hit it with the hatchet and it broke apart because
Yeah.
it was weighted at the top, whereas the machete isn't. And you hit it with the machete and it fucking like, I don't know, maybe double backed on you and hit you in the forehead and like knocked you on your ass or something, or got stuck.
Yeah.
You know, anything to make it feel more
Like your choices matter.
like your choices matter.
Because in this game, like I told you from the start, I was like, don't even worry about your choices.
Yeah.
They're gonna do nothing.
Exactly, and then
And from the start, that's exactly. You shot a squirrel at the beginning. The butterfly effect happened.
what came from it?
Nothing.
Exactly. And same with the jumping over the fence. That was the first quick time event, the very first part of the game, and there was nothing that came from that quick time event.
Yeah.
Not even an injury. Not even like a, oh ow, like nothing. She just
Oh, time to try again.
Mary sued that way. Their fucking way over that.
Yep.
You know, with no consequences. Again, like I said, I'm very impressed with what the developers did artistically. Like, okay, I will say this. First of all, the exterior and interior of the buildings were phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
They were.
Honestly, I think these guys actually made Heavy Rain as well.
Really.
And their quick time events, yeah, you can fail like every running, but there's like in between that thing, there's nothing that's happening. You're still mid pursuit. Everything's
yeah.
happening. But if you do that, the guy's getting away.
Okay.
If you don't do that, you're just catching him sooner.
Interesting. So it's kind of like L.A. Noire.
Yeah.
In a sense. Whereas, like, if you don't actively pursue these events. I mean, there's no quick time events in LA Noire, not that I know of.
I don't think
remember.
there is. There might be a couple.
There might have been a couple, but anyway, if you didn't actively pursue the criminal, there was a chance for him to get away.
Yeah.
And like your police chief would be pissed about it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And why do you call yourself an officer?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in this game, it just okay. So diverging away from the negative, like I said, the interior and exterior, the lighting was phenomenal. Just the entire outside scape of the world was phenomenal. Like the looking over, for example, the scene with all the deer, or elk, or whatever the fuck they were, that were coming towards the cliff. There was no sense of fear, for me personally. Maybe there was some sense of fear for some other people, but what really got me was the scope of the environment around what was happening. Like it felt gorgeous in that scene. Truthfully, when I missed that first quick time event about shooting deer, and I was freaking like, oh, I didn't push the button. It's because I was looking at what was going on behind the character.
Okay, yeah.
And there was a lot going on. I mean, yeah, it looked pretty blank and dull and stuff, but it was the small details and the atmosphere that really kind of pieced it together, and that's what really catches my eyes.
There's a lot of small details matter.
Absolutely, they do. Like, even looking at this little hallway, okay, so for example, even this one here, the cracks in the floor, you can see the shadow of the lighting in the background, you can see small little details that bring the whole thing together. Like, for example, the trees, you can see the 3 closest trees, but in the background you can see more that are covered by fog. Like, it brings it all together in such a way that it's revitalizing to the shitty story. You know what I mean? Like, I had more time to stare at the beautiful artwork than I did to have meaningful connections to the story.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think with that,